My name is Nick Zimmer, and this is my time to shine. I grew up in a small little German town in west side of Iowa called Schleswig, Iowa. That's how you pronounce that funny looking word. I was born June 4th, 1983. Like I said, it's kind of a little small town. Love to ride my bike around town with all my friends. There's kind of my first transportation mode right there. You can see in the top right, my big wheel. One random little fact about Schleswig, we have a tank, unfortunately, is inactive, but it's something cool that we always thought we had in our town. My friends and I used to joke around that no other towns will mess with us because we have a tank. So my family, my dad is Dwayne, my mother is Vanessa. They're in the top picture on the way left-hand side there. And that's kind of my mom's extended family there with my grandparents, my brother, and one of my sisters and their family. I have 3 siblings, 2 half sisters, Lisa and Chris, who are on the outside of that bottom picture. And then my older brother, Eric, that picture as well. That's at my wedding. I am the youngest of 4 and am considered the spoiled one, which I usually don't argue with. Early education, like I said, I grew up in Schleswig, so I went to Schleswig Elementary and Middle School, and rounded out my high school education in Denison, Iowa. Pretty active in sports, band, music, you name it. I was doing it when I was younger. Went on to college at Iowa State University. Graduated in 2006, and that is December 2006. So it took me 4.5 years. I usually just say that's because I double majored in finance and management. So that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. I've always just kind of been interested in life. So this is going to be talking about my working life, but in general, just trying lots of different things. I've had jobs starting from when I was really young, probably 6 or 7, as a paper route, mowing yards. Worked in a bank back in my hometown to delivering pizzas. And then my working life after college, I've been in retail at Target, and I've done insurance. I've took a left turn and did transportation logistics for about 3 or 4 years. And then finally got back to my roots here. I've been in banking for the last 8. 5 of the last years been at Bankers Trust, where I am today as a business banking relationship manager, so a commercial lender. I met my wife about 12 years ago, Brooke. We currently live in Ankeny. We were married in 2014. We get married at Blank Park Zoo here in Des Moines. We are big animal lovers, which I'll tell you a little bit more about. This is my family. There's me, my wife, and my 2 kiddos up on the left there. We like to support the Animal Rescue League. And one of the things that we do is every year, sans COVID, take a picture of Santa Claus with our 2 dogs and my kiddos. Speaking of my 2 dogs, their names are Taco and OJ. Taco's the little guy on the bottom left, and OJ is on the right there. My wife actually got me this picture on the top. It's a makeshift of like the Step Brothers, if you've ever seen the front of that movie. So it's a portrait she had painted of our dogs. I have it in my office. I love it. Speaking of supporting the Animal Rescue League and loving animals, we have been foster for the Animal Rescue League. And these are a few of our pups that we've taken over the years. Kind of cooled off when we had the kiddos. And we're hopeful as they get a little bit older, we can go back and continue to do that and foster for the Animal Rescue League. Speaking of my kids, this is Olivia Jane. She is my oldest. She is 4. Super spunky, very independent. I like to tell people when she turned 2, we got her into her toddler bed. And pretty much after that first night, we have never had to help put her to sleep. She had a rocking chair in her room, and she would legit go to her rocking chair, rock for an hour, fall asleep, and then I go scoop her up and put her in bed. So super easy child. Then came Jordan Lee. And Jordan Lee is, I would say, I'll call her lovingly a lover and a cuddler. She's a cuddle bug, but very much not independent, loves being around mom and dad, love her to death. So that's my 2 kiddos. Some final thoughts. I'm a big Iowa State fan, season ticket holder for several years. On the left, there's kind of a group of folks that I go with tailgating. There's about 13 of us that all sit together there. And we're looking forward to this next season to be able to go back and do that. I'm a big baseball fan, Minnesota Twins fan. And one of my goals is to try to get to as many stadiums as I can. I don't know if I'll be able to make them all. Here's a few pictures of some of the stadiums I've been to with friends and my wife. I think I've been to about 8 right now. I also noted that we are big into movies, and especially superhero movies. We've kind of incorporated superhero stuff into all of our life. There was some in our wedding. There is a birth announcement for Olivia when she was born that we did with Batman. And then we have a wall at our house with some random art, pictures of us and our daughters in costumes. And more recently, we've found we love traveling, which is kind of weird during a pandemic. I've probably traveled more in the last 6 months than I have as far as the distance goes in the last 6 years. So on the left there is us going to California, then out to Catalina Island. And then on the top right is we did that in October of 2020. And then in January, we went to Disney World with my 4-year-old daughter. The top picture is actually her dad and Brooke when she was 4 on the carousel. And that's me with Olivia when she's 4. So it's kind of a neat picture to put together. And then most recently at the end of April, we went to Playa del Carmen in Mexico. It's my first time traveling outside the US. Super awesome. Can't wait to do it again. And that is my time to shine.